I'm super freaking pumped to do this tonight, and I'm so glad that Abby and Arleigh were able to hop on. So I'm just gonna pick on Abby first because I know her and it's a little bit easier to pick on her. But Abby, if you just want to go ahead and unmute yourself and just basically share your story with us, we'll go from there.
Yeah, so I'm Abby, and this is actually my second time in the business. I joined first when I was in high school with Cheyenne. I think I was like probably her first distributor. And we did this in high school, and I literally just joined to help pay for eyelash extensions, shopping, and like getting my nails done, like literally just high school necessities. And I really didn't expect anything from the business at all. But I ended up promoting to Diamond back in June of 2018. I think that's when Cheyenne also promoted to Diamond, right? Yeah, we like promoted together. And then they announced a $15,000 bonus for going double Diamond. And I shouted it from the rooftops every single day, every single month. And each month went by and I never promoted. And so I just honestly let it get the best of me, and people stopped believing me that I was going to do this. And I stopped believing in myself. I made the business not fun. I blamed my team for everything. And I never took responsibility for any of the things that I was not doing. I was basically just kind of telling everybody, yeah, I'm working. And I was never actually working, but I expected my team to be working. And so because of that, me and my business, we plateaued. We stopped at Diamond, and then we quickly went to Emerald, and then Ruby, and then I didn't even maintain executive. I just went straight to distributor. And I was like, okay, this is so dumb. I don't even need this business. Like, I'm in college. I'm majoring in business management. And I was like, I have that going for me. Like, I don't need to do It Works. I don't need any of it, And then March of this year, I was like, okay, what did you do? I have 6 hours left of college, no internships, no job, like in the future that I know of, no idea what I'm doing. And I was like, It Works was the only thing that I was good at, that I had going for me. And I really messed up. And also, like, when I had quit, it was just something that was always on my mind. It was something that would keep me up at night. I missed the money. I missed the friends. I missed the freedoms that I would have. I never had to think twice about buying something. And so it was just something that it was constantly on my mind. And so in March, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm so tired of seeing all of these girls promote and do the things that I know I could have done. And so I started talking to like my boyfriend and my sisters and my mom about it, because they were always the ones that were super supportive of the business. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna join It Works again. And they were all kind of like, okay, like, we all know how that went the first time around, and like rolled their eyes and like kind of just took it as I'm going double Diamond, and it never actually happening. And so it kind of like hurt my feelings a lot that nobody like had faith in me. So I was like, you know what? Like, screw this. Like, I'm doing it this time, and I'm going all in, and I want everybody else to feel dumb for not believing in me and knowing that I could do it. And so in July, I canceled my e-suite, and I texted Cheyenne Knox, and I was like, girl, I'm canceling my e-suite. I am starting all over. I'm done with the excuses. I'm done with blaming everybody else. Like, I want this and I need this, because I don't know what else I'm going to do. I don't know what else I'm good at. And so she said, okay, like, then we'll do it. And so I canceled my e-suite in July, and then I joined again in October. It was like at the very end of October, I joined again. I promoted to executive in 15 days, and then promoted to Ruby in 30 days. And now I am charted for Diamond. So going to be doing that this month. And yeah, so that's kind of my story.
I love it so much. I remember whenever I first joined the business, Shay was always talking about her like right-hand man, Abby. And I literally love this girl so much. We've gone to like so many different like events and like trips together, and it's just, I'm so glad that you're back. Honestly, when I saw on Shay's story that you joined again, I literally cried. I was like, thank God. Like, I miss Abby so much. But I'm seriously just like so proud of you. Like, literally, I mean, because like so much had happened, and I know I've been here for a good half of that first journey, and I'm just so excited to watch you just come in again and just literally go diamond, and you are going to go double.
Yes.
You're literally going to be ambassador next year, but I'm so freaking pumped for you. But okay, so I also just want to touch on the fact that she said she literally went executive in 15 days and Ruby in her first 30 days. Like, okay, I want to start again and join under Abby. It's fine. So basically, I just kind of want you to like talk us through that. Like, I know it's like such like a weird question, but basically just like, what are you doing now this time that is working so much differently than it was last time?
So this time I'm actually being intentional. And the last time I had no idea what that even meant. I was like, well, obviously I'm being intentional. I intentionally want money. Like, how much more real can I get? And so now this time around, I kind of understand it, and I'm actually doing the work instead of just saying I'm doing the work. And so that has just, it's amazing what it does for your business when you actually do it. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm being intentional with everything I'm doing. So I'm interacting on everything constantly, but when I'm interacting, I'm not just saying little things like, oh, so cute, or love this, or nice top, or things like that. I'm being intentional and actually like trying to create conversation in the comments, like, oh my God, this looks amazing. Will you please send me the recipe? Or, okay, I'm such a dog mom. Like if somebody posts a picture of like their baby and like the hot cocoa things, like going on Facebook right now, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm totally doing this with my dogs. And then everybody starts laughing at that and they're interacting with my comments. And I'm not just interacting on a post. Like I'm trying to get other people on other people's posts to interact with me. And so I'm trying to create these conversations so that way people are seeing my name and their notifications. Because if you think about it, like if you're not commenting on people's posts and you're not liking their posts, they're not going to like yours and they're not going to comment on yours. And they probably won't even see yours. So in order to get people to see mine and like actually participate on mine, I'm participating on theirs. And a lot of things that have helped me get interaction is posting the interaction posts. Like I posted one that was just blew up. It was like, explain your pet's name without actually saying it. And I got like 400 comments on that because everybody loves to give their opinion. Everybody loves to, argue about what's right and what's wrong and like the right way to fold towels and things like that. Like people love doing that. And so getting those interaction posts up have had people see my host a post posts way more. Now they blow, like I get 200 comments in an hour, and I'm the kind of girl that was like just on Snapchat and like Twitter. And so I would get maybe 2 or 3 likes on my Facebook posts. And so for them to be blowing up like this, it's kind of crazy. But last month I signed 42 customers. And they were all from host to post because the first time around, I went through my warm market. I had my parents, I had my siblings, my grandparents, cousins, friends, and family. Like they all had ordered from me the first time around. So the second time, I didn't have a warm market for people to support me. And so this time around, I had to find a different way to get these customers. And I got every single one from host to post. So if you're not doing that, you definitely need to. And some of the tricks that I've been learning with host to post, because like a big problem with me is I would get people to like post for me and then people would comment wanting info, but then they would never see my message of like the actual info. And so what I've started to do is anytime somebody wanted information, I would click their profile, I would send them a friend request, send them the information, and then I would go back to the post and I would reply to them and say, hey, I just sent you the info. You may need to check your message requests because not everybody knows where to find this message and they don't ever see the message. And so telling them like where they can find it has helped tremendously. And I would say probably 90% of people like actually open my message. And if they don't reply to that, I just don't take no for an answer. Like I always end up having them do something for me. And so if they don't reply, I always just assume, I message them like, hey, I understand if that's too expensive. And if it is, we do have cheaper options. Just let me know. And they're usually like, okay, yeah, what is the cheaper option? And then I usually sell them fat fighters with that. And then if they still say, no, I can't afford that or something like that, and then I always say, I totally get it with the holidays coming up. As a matter of fact, my team's giving away $800 this month. Would you like an entry into that? All you have to do is throw a post up on your wall for me, and I can get you entered for that. And everybody says yes to that because, you know, who wouldn't want $800, especially if they're struggling with money? And so that way I'm getting more people to post for me than just the people that comment on my hosted posts. And so that's helped tremendously, and it opens up such bigger markets and more people. And so there's that. And then also if people end up wanting the thermophyte, and I try and upsell the cleanse and the fat fighters with that. But also if they place the order, I'm like, thank you so much for supporting me and my business. I would like to offer you the chance to win my team's $800 giveaway for the month. All you have to do is throw a post up on your wall. It's super easy. Let me know if you want to. And, you know, usually if they just spent like $80 on you, they're going to want a chance to win 800 back. And so that has been helping me tremendously. And then if they like give me a date to like check back in, like, oh, I don't get paid for another week, or maybe after the holidays or something like that. And then I'm like, perfect. I totally get it. In the meantime, my team's giving away $800 to help with the holidays. Would you like an entry? And so they're either buying or they're posting for me. And so I'm just constantly getting posts thrown out for me. And then another thing that has helped me is I don't post the like, my team's giving away $800. I don't post that like 50 times a month because it's like hard to keep that, you know, I don't know. I just don't like to post it that much because then you don't get very many comments. And so I only post it like the day we announce it and then the day we do the giveaway. And I'm like, hey, my team's giving away $800. Or, hey, today's the last day to get any last minute entries in for the $800. Let me know. But I always try and like keep boosting that post. So it's always at the top of my Facebook profile. So that way when I'm sending all of these friend requests, and they go to like check out my profile, I'm like, who's this chick? Like, I don't even know her. They see that I'm giving away $800 and they automatically comment. Like I always do like drop your battery percentage because that's something easy and everybody has an answer to. You know, if you like make people think about an answer, then they're just gonna like scroll through like, I don't have time to think about my favorite movie. So that has helped a lot. Take something easy and keep it on at like the top of your profile so everybody sees it. And that's just been helping me tremendously.
I love that seriously so much. That was really, really good. So, okay, first of all, 42, I can't even talk. 42 customers. What the F? Like, holy crap, it's so
like,
awesome.
when I went diamond, I only signed 15 customers that month. And then so for me to sign 42 was like, I was never a mass enroller ever. That was like, I accepted it. I'm not a mass enroller. And I just kind of lived with it. But it's like, it's crazy when you act like you can be a mass enroller. You can do anything. Like you just have to do it. And
I
so
love that.
kind of an eye opener for myself.
Yeah, and I know Arleigh signed a whole bunch of customers too last month, so I'm super excited to see what she has to say. But were you just doing like a TFX host to post, just like a testers needed, da da da?
So I actually kind of have a funny story about it. I was having everybody do the thermophyte host post for me, but the picture that I was sending them to like comment in their post was my result, but it was from the keto coffee and the greens. And I didn't even put two and two together. And Cheyenne was the one that called me out, was like, dude, this like results is for a totally different product. And I was like, oh my God, nobody's ever questioned it. They just see the results and they're like, okay, perfect, sign me up. And so it's been working. I don't even know, but yeah.
That's so funny. I actually still use your results talking about our coffee and greens. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, so that was so good. I literally took like so many notes. But if I have any more questions for you, I'll definitely hop back to you. But Arleigh, you can unmute yourself now too. And basically just same thing as Abby, just kind of share with us your story and tell us who you are. I've never met you, so hello. I'm excited to get to know you more.
So I'm just going to make sure you can hear me because sometimes my computer acts up. I have a MacBook Air and I'm like, I just spent all this money and it's acting up on me, whatever. But
yeah, we can hear you. You're good.
So my name's Arleigh Grant. I joined, I think in October, beginning of October. I cannot even remember because I feel like I've been in here forever, just always working. Then in November, I actually had to take 2 weeks off from work because I had a possible exposure to COVID. So I was like, hey, looky here, I can focus on this business. So I started and I saw Cheyenne Knox on TikTok and I was like, what is she doing? So I kept watching her it was literally this, like, it was at nighttime and I saw her post, and I was looking and I was just scrolling through her TikTok and I just kept seeing it. And it took me probably like a minute to finally say, let me go to her Instagram, message her. And as soon as she sent me how much, I was like, done, let's sign up. So I signed up immediately. And then of course she started training me. It was about a week and I caught on super quick because I've been in a business like this, and it was actually the business Color Street, and it just wasn't working for me. And I was like, it works, has natural products. I love that. And I don't really like medicine, but it's natural. And I was like, hey, let me try this. So I jumped straight in, and she introduced the host to post to me. And ever since then, I have literally been getting 10 or more host to post up. In a few days, I get to where I cannot message at all. And it's like, can't send this message. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, what? So post to post are a main big thing that you need to be doing. And then I also will send out at least 50 messages a day, tops, maybe more if possible. But I always make sure to do 50 or more. And then 10 host to post or more. But now that I've learned that it blocks me from messaging if I'm not friends with somebody, I'm like, let me limit who I message. And then like Abby was saying with the following up, if somebody says, well, that's too much money, I never get a no. I don't go for, I no. I will always get a yes for them to post or buy something. But then some of them are like, well, I can do it next week. And so I'll say, I'll follow up with you, and then say we have a giveaway, blah, blah. And they always do it for me. So I always have the host to post going up. And last month, yes, I did enroll a ton, and I don't know how. I was just working it every single day. This month, I'm hoping to do the same thing, and I've actually already set a goal that I'm going diamonds. I haven't even hit emerald, but I'm like, I'm going straight through emerald and going to diamond. So, I mean, you just got to work the business. You can't just think it's going to happen for you. And personal development is also a good thing. You're focusing on yourself for about 30 minutes to an hour every day, making sure you're going in to God and yourself, just praying. I mean, and it works. So, I mean, you're in the company called It Works. So.
I love that. That's so good. So, okay, I do have a couple questions, and I know Lexi asked in the chat too. So when you say that you're sending out like 50 messages a day, like what are you messaging? Like, is it for customers, like host to post?
So Shay actually has sent me 2 different messages that I can send out to people. And one is for distributors. Like, I'll pick out a few people who I feel like they would want to do the business, or they look like they would be good at it. They post a lot, all that kind of stuff. And then there's another one where I'll send them, hey, would you like to try so-and-so? And yeah, so I just have those 2 messages, and I'll literally send those out every day.
Yeah,
And
I love that.
I'll get half of them to respond. And then most are like, well, I have to wait till so-and-so. I'm like, girl, you can spend $25 one time a month for 3 months, or however long you want to continue this. It's not all at once.
Yes, I love that. I love that both of you guys are like, I'm not taking no for an answer here. Like, I love that so much. Okay, so I guess kind of the same question as you. Or English words, are you only doing TFX host to post?
I am at the moment. And then last month I saw on, I don't know, I have so many little group chats on my phone. There was one where it was, I've partnered with Arleigh, blah, blah, blah. Their teams, whatever. And that post has blown up. So then whenever they comment, I'll message them. And I kind of disperse the different types of posts. Like, some I'll give the TFX post, and then some I'll still do the giveaway one, because I want to make sure I'm still getting those boosts. So, and with those, I'm getting a lot of people to see my post, and then they end up commenting on my post on my page. So they keep just coming up and up.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. So, I just went blank. It's fine. It's like literally been me all day today.
I'll
So
be talking on my stories and totally blank out, so it's okay.
I did that this morning. I literally put on my video and I was like, the sun's blowing in my eyes. And I was like, we're going to roll with it, you guys. It's fine. But yeah, so, okay, yeah, that's super good. I almost said TikTok. Y'all, I still can't talk. It's fine. TFX host to post, they gave away host to post. I feel like we all kind of have the same conversation just because like we're all underneath Shay. But do you like know what your message about the TFX says, like what that little like script is?
I do. I don't know it word by word. I have it programmed in my phone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if both of you guys could send me yours, I'm sure we probably use like the same one or the same like variation of it just because we're all under Shay. But yeah, I would appreciate that. And then I have another question. So since you found Shay on TikTok, are you using TikTok to build your business at all?
I am. I post at least once to two. Well, I can't talk. 1 to 2 times a day. And then on that same day, though, since I wear my scrubs in the morning, then I change when I get home from work. So then I have 2 different outfits I'm doing my scrubs in, or my TikToks in. So I will like go ahead and do a bunch so that I don't have to be like, oh my God, I got to make a TikTok. I got to think about something to do. So I go ahead and make them, and some are about the business and then some are just me just dancing, having fun. But it takes me about 5 hours to learn to dance. So I'm like, this is going to take me forever, but we'll do it.
I feel that. I tried to take one of me the other day dancing and I literally recorded it 6 times and I was like, we're going to point instead. It's like, I can't do this. Literally have no rhythm at all. But Abby, are you also using TikTok or are you not on this train yet?
So I am way behind on the TikTok train. I posted like maybe one TikTok with like the little girl that I nanny. And so I just have a bunch of like 6th graders following me right now on TikTok. So my game is right now on Facebook. That's where I'm getting all my right now.
I love that. That's awesome. Another thing I wanted to ask Arleigh. So, I basically was asking Shay and not really about Abby because I know you, but about you, Arleigh, because I was like, homegirl is killing it, and like I need to know all about her. But one thing that she had said was that basically like your family wasn't super supportive, or isn't, not really sure how that is. But I just kind of wanted you to touch on that because I know mine wasn't at first either, and I just kind of wanted to like ask how you're getting past that, I guess, and just like not letting it bother you.
So how I get past it is my motto is literally you do you, boo. So whenever my mom and my family was like, you're not going to succeed, blah, 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 this is just another little business that only the top people do good, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you do you, boo. I'm going to do my thing too. And so we've always just had that little motto going on, and we say it back to one another. And now that they've seen that I've actually kept promoting, they haven't fought for me, but they support me. But it's not to the point where I still don't know, but okay, you just do you. Because they say the same thing back to me, and I'm like, okay, you do you. So, I mean, I just got past it by just being, I don't know, just being me. I was like, you know what, whatever. We're not going to raise me
so much. I know I still have family of mine that like isn't on board with it, and I'm like, y'all are stupid, but I really hope they don't watch this video, but they probably won't, but that's fine. But like literally it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like my grandma the other day even said something and I was like, Grandma, I literally make more money than you, shut your mouth. And I was like, you are not going to talk to me like that. I was like, no ma'am. But that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, because like I understand, and I like, because I also was in another business before this as well that did not work out for me. It just like was with products and things that I did not vibe with. And that's why when I found this, I was like, okay, like I think I can do this. So I love that so much. But basically I'm trying to think. I know Shay had said that you guys have both have signed like a bunch of distributors. So are they just coming from like TikToks, host to post? Arleigh, you can answer first and then we can go to Abby, or whichever way y'all want to do it. But I just kind of wanted to ask y'all both that question.
So what was I gonna say? My mind went blank. Give me a second. My customers come from host to post mainly. I've gotten some people to fill out my application, but then they end up not answering me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But most of my customers have came from host to post or people I know, but not my family, just people I know, friends, and then their people, and then I get people from Ohio, and I'm like, how the heck am I getting this? But okay.
That's funny. I love that. And Abby, did you want to add on to that too?
Yeah, so and like I said earlier, like I kind of went through all my friends joining me and joining the business the first time around. And so I had to get distributors from other places. And mine have been coming from Instagram. Like when when I get a customer, like there are times where I get 4 or 5 customers a day. And so I go on over and I like take a picture of what I'm doing, whether it's like the little girl that I nanny, like doing cartwheels out front. I'll take a picture of it. And then on the side of the picture, I've been posting all of the emails where it says like new loyal customer, new loyal customer. And I'll put like all 5 of them on there. And then so people will slide up and be like, how are you so good at this? Like, you know, you're really successful, because people want to join successful people. They don't want to join people that don't sign. They don't want to join people that aren't serious about the business and aren't working. And so showing that I'm working and I'm signing these customers, I can do it and I can teach you too. That has helped me tremendously, like get people to join me and get the conversations going or planting the seeds with potential distributors.
Yeah, I love that. Another thing I want to add on to that, because like I just had a limiting belief that popped into my head whenever he said that, and I just wanted to answer that for everyone. So if you guys are like, okay, Abby, but I don't sign 4 to 5 customers a day, literally, I'm just gonna tell you guys what I used to do, and this may be terrible, and I may get in trouble for this, but you guys, I literally would post the same screenshot like 4 times. Like how she was saying, I would take one email from like 6 months ago and literally do it 4 times. Like no one's gonna know.
I'm literally the queen of editing. And so what I used to do back when I said that I was just telling people I was working, not really working, I would go to Cheyenne Nickerson's or Cheyenne Knox and I would screenshot theirs. But instead where it says like, Cheyenne, you just, like your team is growing again, I would crop out her name and I would put in my name. So people thought I was getting all these customers when they were all Cheyennes. So there's ways around
Laughing
it.
so hard, you guys. Y'all can do that on over. If you are very patient with it, you'll figure it out. And this is terrible. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but I'm just being honest, you guys. Like it happens. Because like honestly, when you're making that, you're gonna get excited. You're gonna be like, oh my God, look at me. And like you're gonna create some excitement built up in you, and then boom, you're gonna sign a freaking customer. Like I know with I just say TFX because I know I use this a lot at the beginning of the year, but it's like a little TFX graphic and there's like 20 spots. Y'all, I would screenshot like Sarah Salinas customer and be like, boop, and like put that in there, like Kayla's. It don't matter. People are buying.
Fake it
Show
till you
them.
make it.
Yeah, I love that so much.
Attract excited people.
Exactly. And then I guess there's another question for both of you guys, but are you guys like super, like what's the word, like with your face on your story, or do you guys just post like the little graphics, or do y'all like talk on your story or anything like that either?
So for me, I don't know what it is, but every time I go live, I say like every other word. And so the very few times I have gone live, people will just slide up with the number of times that I said like. And so I struggle with going live, and I struggle with like taking pictures of my face or things like that. So instead what I do is I'll get in front of a mirror and I will make the little girl I nanny get in there with me so I don't feel as awkward, or I will put my dogs in there so people also are looking at the dogs. And I just post like pictures of that kind of stuff, or I will do videos of me making the coffee without my face in it. So just do what you have to do to get it up, basically.
I love that so much. Arleigh, did you want to add anything to that too?
I had it in my brain. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So I personally, I like going live. I like doing the stories with my face on it. Used to when I first started though, I was very nervous. I was kind of like, that's just not going to work for me. It's really not. And then I started doing a live on Instagram and my Facebook. Like I would go on Instagram, do my live, and then I would literally hop over to Facebook and do a live again. And I would get different people viewing it. And then next thing I know, there's like 100 views on it. I'm like, okay, so where's the messages? Come on, y'all, message me. What are y'all doing? But on my stories, I do post like the little pictures and graphics, and I'll make my own little graphics of joining my team with the over app. That over app took me some time. But then I literally will go live because I have a bunch of people on my Instagram. I don't know how I have a bunch of people on Instagram that do different businesses. I'm like, I'm trying to get mine out there. I'm gonna need y'all to scoot y'all's little booties over, and I'm trying to get mine out there. So I like to go live because I want them to see my face and get to know me and not think that I'm just like a computer, or you know what I mean. But and sometimes I'll do like the little voice when I send a message so that they hear my voice and they're not saying I'm a scammer or something, because I have had that before. One person, she was like, "You're a scammer, shame on you." I was like, so I sent her a voice message. I said, I am not a scammer. I am just, I don't even remember what I said, but I was like, I'm not a scammer. Like, you hear my voice. But I was like, okay. But she was a little old lady, so I wasn't mad. I was just like, okay. I just pushed it aside.
That's so funny. I remember so this also, just side note, everyone gets the rude comments, you guys. Like, it all happens. I literally was on a coaching call. I think it was with Amanda. I'm sorry if it wasn't, but I was talking to her and I was like, I was like, hang on. I was like, someone was just mean to me on my post. I was like, you're gonna have to give me a second, because it literally, like, it happens to all of us. And like, take Arleigh's quote, you do you, boo. Just literally.
And I will say, I have had somebody to post on my host to post a rude comment, like on somebody else's thing that they posted for me. And they were like, "It sounds like meth. I'm not doing that." So I commented back. I said, "It's actually what did I say? It's a natural and plant-based product." And that's all I said. I left it there because I was like, okay, I wouldn't be doing meth because that would look like I was on crack. So why would I mean,
I get those too. They're always like, is she selling speed? Is
yeah.
like, I'm not willing to give up like crack, like, or I just got off of crack. I'm not about to start it up again. And I'm like, Lordy, okay. I don't even acknowledge them, honestly. I just like, I only message the people that say me or want info, because I don't even know how to approach that. I'm not even going to try, and I'm not even going to make it worse. I'm just going to ignore it, and hopefully others will too.
Yep, that's I just put it out there. It's some natural and plant-based. It's not meth. But I've only had one of those. And then the person who commented it was like, "I'm so sorry about that person who commented on it. He just got over a drug recovery." I'm like, well, he's going on here posting it and broadcasting it. Like, I get it if he has like a speech and like a godly speech and God got into him, but don't post on other people's posts saying that. It's not nice.
I should say I've never laughed so hard on a Zoom before, I don't think. This is so much fun. But okay, so I don't have any other questions for you guys, I don't think. But if anyone has any last minute questions, please throw them in the chat. I wanted to keep this a little bit shorter just so we could all hop on the other training. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, basically in the chat, everyone's just asking for y'all's script. So if y'all could send those to me, I would appreciate it. But I'm trying to think. I guess that's all we have tonight, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.